Thank you for tuning in to Talk to Mr. Benson TV. On today's episode of Cooking to Cultivate the Hunger in You, I am preparing a broiled salmon dish. So follow me along as we prepare for this salmon dish. This is very easy, very simple. Okay, let's get started. What I have done is I have already cut up some of our fresh salmon. I also have some fresh green peppers, some fresh mushrooms, onions, red peppers, and some orange peppers. So we want to make sure that we have some color going on. We actually have orange and we have yellow. So I'm all about making sure that my food looks colorful. Okay. Now the key to making your salmon, as you already have cut it up, you want to make sure that you blot it dry. Okay, because you don't want mushy fish. So what I'm going to do is I have prepared a paper plate, and I also have some fresh paper towel. We're going to take a couple pieces of our salmon, just like that, and we want to pat that salmon dry. Okay, I have some extra virgin olive oil that we're going to just lay lightly on our baking sheet pan, and I'm also going to use some fresh extra virgin olive oil, just like that. You want to take your first piece of salmon and just rub that all over to make sure all of that goodness hits that. So now we want to make sure that we season our fish, but we want to add all of this goodness that we have right here. So as you can see, I love chunky mushrooms. I think that they have great flavor. So we're going to add some mushrooms in here. And we want to add our green peppers. I'm going to come over to our onions, our yellow peppers, orange peppers, red peppers. Okay, let's get started with our seasoning. Fishermonger is a really great seasoning, and this is good for fish. So what we do is we just gently add our seasoning. We're going to add just a little complete seasoning as well. And we're going to add some garlic parm, because no one wants bland fish. A little pepper, black pepper that is, and just a pinch of sea salt. We're going to drizzle a little olive oil on top. So you want to put this in the oven on 350. This way you'll make sure that your fish doesn't dry out. Alright, so I have some company that's coming over. So the meal that I'm actually preparing for you today is a broiled salmon and my ultimate lump crab meat shrimp fried rice. This is homemade. This is very easy. Very simple. I know a lot of us like to go to the corner Chinese store. You see this, you're going to say, I don't need to go to the Chinese store anymore. Put this temperature on medium heat. So I've already sprayed some of our olive oil Pam spray in our wok, and I'm also going to put just some fresh extra virgin olive oil, about a teaspoon and a half. Okay, so remember, we want to make sure that our wok is nice and hot. I've already prepared some rice that I've cooked. We want to add our cooked rice in here. I've already prepared some fresh shrimp also, but you don't want to put that in there yet. We're going to add some complete seasoning. We're going to add some black pepper, just a pinch of sea salt, and you want to make sure that your rice almost looks like it's starting to caramelize just a little bit. And remember, this rice is already cooked. So as our rice is cooking, what you want to do is you can go to any of your local stores. You want to buy a bag of mixed vegetables, and you want to dump these in. Now here's the kicker. When I make my ultimate fried rice, I use a little bit of sherry. Okay? I gave you about a teaspoon and a half of sherry as well. We're going to use our lump crab meat now. we want to start adding our shrimp. Do you see how beautiful that looks? Then we're going to add our low sodium soy sauce. We'll begin to see your rice change colors. I'm going to put our top over our fried rice. Turn the fire down. And let that simmer for about 3 minutes. Okay, so our rice is just about done. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of Larry's. I'm going to mix this around. Look at that. You have your vegetables, you have your lump crab meat, you have your shrimp. Now, who needs corner store fried rice when you can make this yourself? Very, very easy and very, very simple. And you want to make your fried egg and make sure that you put this on medium to high heat. Okay. We want to take our skillet and put some butter. I have my brown eggs. So we're going to actually do 3 fried brown eggs on our skillet. Okay. Make sure you bust the yolk. I'm not even going to add any seasoning to my eggs because we have enough seasoning in our fried rice. Now what you want to do is you want to transfer your fried egg into your wok, just like that. Okay. There you go. So there you have it, our ultimate lump crab meat shrimp vegetable fried rice. Alright, so we're going to top our meal off with some asparagus. We're actually going to wrap some asparagus in turkey bacon. So here we have some fresh asparagus that I've already rinsed off in some cold water. We want to cut the ends off, and I'm going to drizzle my baking sheet pan with some grapeseed oil. I have some uncured turkey bacon, and some people like 1, but I actually like to do 2, so we're going to double this. We're going to take our turkey bacon and just wrap our asparagus. So I'm preparing this dish today because I have some guests coming over later on who have never tried my food before. So what I like to incorporate as I'm cooking is you want to always make sure that when you cook with love. So I grew up with my grandparents, particularly my grandmother. She always cooked with love, and she said that people can tell the difference when you prepare your food if you didn't put love in it. So I'm a little old school with that. We have our asparagus wrapped in bacon. I'm going to use some garlic parm seasoning. I'm just going to lightly dust each asparagus that's wrapped in bacon. I'm going to do some fresh black pepper as I'm grinding it, and a little bit of sea salt. You may know I do use some salt, but I typically always like to use sea salt because sea salt is the most healthiest. Alrighty, and there you have it. We're going to put these babies in the oven for about 15 minutes. Alright, so now our salmon is just about done. Now remember earlier we talked about the salmon, right? So the salmon typically only takes about 20 to 25 minutes. You don't want the texture to be dry. You don't want your salmon to be tough. You want to cook it just enough. So let me show you the end results. That's our salmon. Just look at all of the color, the texture, the density, and it's not dried out at all. Okay, so we're going to put our asparagus wrapped in turkey bacon in the oven on 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. See how this cooking. Okay, and so beautiful people, there you have it. Look at that plate. We have our broiled salmon, our fresh veggies. We have our ultimate lump crab meat and shrimp vegetable fried rice. And we also have our asparagus wrapped in turkey bacon. To top it all off, I'm just going to garnish this with some fresh parsley.